and I don't want you to think I was hiding it from you. It's something I had to do only because I wanted to make sure everything was secure first. Earlier this week, I turned in my formal resignation to my job. So yes, I quit my job. I have like just shy of 2 weeks left, and I'm a little scared. I'm gonna be starting at a whole nother company at the very beginning of the holiday season, and I'm like, bruh, can I do this? Now, that's not really what I want to really talk about. I just feel like I needed to share that with you because, like, it's been going on for a minute, and I just couldn't talk about it. One, especially because, like you said, like, I didn't want, like, some of my coworkers, watch, and I didn't want to say anything, and then they go say something, and then, like, it's a big thing, and then I'm in trouble. Like, I can really jeopardize my job. And the other thing, too, like, there was some coworkers I wanted to tell, personally, face-to-face, because I felt like they would take it the hardest. And I've done all that. But that's not really what I really want to talk about. What I really talk about is how, like, when you have good news to share with people and you want them to be excited and they're not, but when they have good news, they want you to, I don't know how to word it, but it's like I have, like, for me, that's big, news. It's great news. It's major news. And not a lot of people are supportive about it. Actually, most people are like, for real? Like, why are you quitting? Like, why would you do that? Or, from my job standpoint, hey, can you stay a little longer? Like, just until the end of the holiday season. And it's like, now, I'm going to excuse my job from this part, but I'm like, why can't you just be happy for me and support me? And, like, I find that so weird. Like, I just find that extremely weird. It's like I have a friend, I'm not going to say their name, that has started a new job pretty much almost every other year for the last however many times I've known them. For many years I've known them. And every single time I'm like, you know what? Congratulations, that's good for you, woohoo. And the one time I decide to, go into another, leave the company and go to another company, it's like I'm getting bombarded with questions, like question after question after question after question. I'm like, bro, did you not think I didn't think about this? Like, you not think I didn't ask those same questions myself? Like, I am 110% confident with my decision. But, like, one of the major questions I'm getting is like, why did you quit? And I'm pretty sure you guys are probably thinking like, well, why did I quit? Earlier this summer, I interviewed for a manager's position, within the company, and I was well qualified for the position, because basically it was in my department, so I was well qualified for the position. You had to have the ability to drive sales, to be a leader. I'm bossy as shit. And a couple of other things. And I met all the criteria, education, everything. And so I knew I was a shoo-in. And then two of my other coworkers, they applied for the same position. So I was like, okay, so, we're going to have a good old, smack down, drag out, knock down, drag out. So I went through the interview. The interview went extremely well, or so I thought. And they're like, okay, we're going to, I did the last interview. I was the last one to interview. And it was like, okay, well, we're going to make a decision, and, we'll get back to you guys, we'll get back to you on Monday, with our decision. So, I'm like, okay. So, I just put it out in my head, I'm like, okay, let me just continue what I'm doing. And then I come back Monday, and I find out I didn't get the position. And I wasn't mad initially. I was like, oh, okay, well, I like, someone, maybe one of the other, two got it, and, they were equally qualified as I was, if not maybe more. So I was like, okay, well, whoever got it, like, congratulations to them. And then they said we went with an outside person. And I was like, what the bump? So they started talking, and I just started tuning out. I'm like, wait, you decided to go with an outside person? Like, and you have 3 candidates here that are well qualified within the organization, and you went with an outside person? So I honestly, I just stopped listening. So a couple weeks later, the new person starts, and I was trying to embrace this person, and then they opened their mouth, and I found out they came from another company that has nothing to do with jewelry or sales or whatever, and they barely had any manager experience. I'm like, wait a second, hold on. You decided to go with someone outside of the company who has no jewelry experience, no sales experience, and has barely been a manager? And this is the person you're choosing? So I was like, you know what? That's fine by me, whatever. That's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. But the thing that pissed me off the most was they decided that, well, I wasn't good enough for their position, but yet I am good enough to train this person. So I'm like, wait, in what world does that make any kind of sense? I'm not good. I'm not qualified enough for the position, but yet I'm qualified enough to train them how to do their job. Girl, get the hell out of here. Get out of here, like for real. Because I'm like, no way, no how am I doing that. So that's mainly one of like my decisions to just leave. I'm like, clearly I'm not respected enough within, I don't know if it's within the store or within the organization, to go to the next level. And I felt like right then and there, I felt like I was at a dead end job, and I'm like, I will not be working in the same position for like 20 years, 30 years, whatever. I said, forget that. I'm gonna, do what I gotta do to get to the next level, whether it be with this company or without this company. And I opted for the latter, to leave the company. And yes, I am going into another sales position, but I talked to the team there, and I will be on the fast track to becoming a manager. So I'm like, fine by that. But I gotta be honest with you, it's hard. Like, I worked for Macy's for 12 years. Like, I spent my entire 20s working for Macy's. I went from being a healthy 20-year-old or a healthy 21-year-old to being a sick 20-something-year-old to being a post-transplant patient, in my 30s. And I'm like, so it's hard. Like Macy's has been a major part of my life. Like, actually, it's the longest relationship I've ever had. And I'm gonna be honest, it's not been all, bubble gums and flowers and roses and stuff. Like, it's been some rough shit. But I decided, like, you know what, it's time to leave, and it's time to move on. And I'm like, I'm sad to go, but I'm like, I need to do this, because if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. And then I'm going to look back on my life, like, in like 20 years or so, and be like, why am I still here? I hate this place, or whatever. So yeah. But the main thing is, well, the two main things is, one, I quit my job, which is something major for me. And two, like, no one seems to be happy, no one seems to be supportive. It's like, really? But, it's okay, because I'm happy for myself. I'm going to be supportive of myself, and I'm going to do what I have to do to be amazing.